Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are cold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. Oh, JB's. Look at you dancing.
What's up? I'm so excited.
Look at you dancing. Look at my lady dance, you know?
Go ahead.
Dance for me, lady, dance for me.
Go ahead.
Hey, you
Take a
look great
look.
today. You look great today.
Oh, thank
You
you.
look beautiful. I look like hell.
No.
I look like hell.
No.
I was a blades.
You would never.
No, I would always, actually. I would always.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
always. Working some hard AF stuff in the book and everything else. And it was nice to have a friend. It's always nice to have a late night friend who's up, just so you know somebody else is alive out in the world.
Who was that?
It's pretty dead. It was Jared Taylor.
Oh.
Jared Taylor texted, he's texting me back and forth at like 2:45. And he goes, What are you still doing up? I appreciate you texting me back.
Right.
And I go, more importantly, what are you still doing? We already know what I'm doing up.
Right.
And said I couldn't sleep. Had a lot of dreams about hot dogs. Started sweating. Took a shower. Not kidding. Took a shower at 2:45 in the morning. So woke up sweating about a dream about hot dogs. And then he took a shower.
What a life.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
We've all got friends who have hot dog dreams.
Yeah.
And then they wake up and they're like, man, I need a shower. You know what I really need after that? A shower.
Yeah.
2:45 a.m.
Yeah.
Bizarre, isn't it?
I guess so, but I guess in your guys' group, I'm not
Surprise.
real surprised about
No.
whatever.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Oh, God. And then yesterday, after work, I had a massive conference call late last night. They don't listen to the show, so it doesn't matter anyways. Trying to impress them, I put the camera on set and everything else, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to frame out the Noah Kaniga jersey over there and the O.J. Simpson jersey, so I had to sit in Dan's and then kind of put the computer-facing Pete Rose, because I was like, well, they are going to induct him into the Hall of Fame, so maybe that'll throw him off the trail there, but yeah, I didn't want a lot of questions about it, you know?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They should know what they're getting into, no?
And they probably aren't super aware that Pete Rose molested a 14-year-old girl. So it's fine. That's kind of a deep cut.
Bob,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Now, if you had a Bowie poster behind, that's when Bob really.
Yeah.
That's when
That's where he draws the line.
That's where he
You know
fired
what
up.
I mean?
Well, it was a Hollywood meeting, so
Look,
it probably would have benefited me.
Do I like to hold that again? I don't even care that David Bowie did it because that's like complaining about something happening in France. It's like, the French. They're French.
Right.
It is what it is. Like, the French president was having sex with his wife when she was 40 and he was 12. That's just France.
Whatever.
That's wrong here.
France,
it's not wrong in
baby.
France.
That's a love story to them.
And
Sure
to that same extent, that's just David Bowie. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
what do you expect out of him? It's more so everyone else who like,
Ziggy Stardust?
who,
Yeah.
like, loves him, and then I'm like, I don't know.
That
if you should.
normal ass family man.
I know. This is a perfect segue here, guys. Diddy. Went to the jury. So it's there.
Yes.
Weird questions coming in here. And I want to ask you guys about this because I think this should be against the law.
What?
Me personally.
What?
So, Bob, go to TMZ real quick. A juror asked a question, and I'm going to pull this up as well here, just so I have it. But they said his number, did not say his name, but then literally described every detail of this guy's life. And I don't understand. You're going to know who this guy is.
Yeah.
By this description. And so my thing is, what do we have? Yeah, there you go. So scroll to the bottom there, Bob. Put that on screen so people can see it, the headline there. So the headline is Diddy Trial Jury Question. What does drug distribution mean, Your Honor? And then judge clarifies in a note. Now scroll down and read this juror.
Let me find the juror
Yeah.
description here.
There you go.
Let's see.
Oh, did they find him?
No, that's a different guy.
I'm like, oh my god.
Okay. But do they go into his life in that article there of who this guy is? Or maybe they pulled it because people were pissed off about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Hold on. I mean, you guys keep going, but I'll look for it.
Yeah, because with Diddy, with the juror, they named the number. So they say, hey, this is juror number 36 or whatever it is. What he did for a living, how old he was a white male, he was gay, he was 51, he was a psychotherapist or something like that.
Is he the foreman though?
No.
Because you're asking questions on behalf, right?
That's what I thought. So maybe it is, and then maybe they just outed the foreman as well.
I don't know. Yeah, so they were asking for clarification, which
Is that a good, well, here's the thing, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
it depends on how you feel. But it means that they are knocking off bigger things, I think, and trying to go for these littler things, but they need to, or they want to knock this off.
Bob, I apologize. It's not on TMZ. I read it in the New York Post this morning. I was up super late. That's on me, Bob, not you, okay?
The
I love you.
foreperson sent out a note to the judge. So foreperson is basically just asking questions on behalf of all of them have the question.
Okay.
And foreperson is the person that's just kind of the spokesperson of the whole group.
All right.
So they go out and ask the question, what is distribution? Is it if someone just asks to get a controlled substance and then that person that they asked gets it and then hands it over to them? They're saying, what constitutes like distribution?
Right.
Is it like, hey, dude, you have some cocaine? Can I have some of that cocaine?
Yeah, or
And
hey,
then
man, I have a freak off. Can you get some cocaine? He gets it, hands it off. Are you distributing it any further than that? Or did you ask someone to get you a controlled substance?
Yeah, I mean,
in which case I think they would say that's not distribution, that's asking for.
Yeah, I don't really
something.
get it. So I'm going to read this here from the New York Post because, again, they just outed this guy his entire life. And I was like, man, this is just as bad as doxing. So the panelists, 8 men, 4 women, sent a note to Manhattan Judge Aaron, whatever the fuck his name is. We have a juror 25, who believes that he cannot follow your instructions. The juror in question is a 51-year-old male with a thick European accent. During jury selection, he revealed he lives in Manhattan with his partner. He is gay, and he works as a scientist. He earned a doctorate in molecular biology and neuroscience.
Could be anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean,
just not,
that nails. I mean, that's like 3
in Manhattan.
In yeah.
I mean, please, that's every other walk up.
A gay 51-year-old Slav who's a scientist.
a neurosurgeon. I mean, what are we doing here, guys? There's like one of those in the entire city. So the fact that they're able to say all that and not his name and everything else,
Right.
They also said, apparently, according to this guy, he was just like, he's a super holdout already.
Well, it sounds like it.
Yeah. So my question then becomes, all right, let's say this guy holds out and everybody else is like guilty. Hung jury, mistrial probably. Do they keep him in prison again and then wait for the next trial, kind of like the rest of those crime docs we watch?
It depends. So like they didn't give him bail the first time. I'm guessing the same rules would apply for the second. It just depends on how their, mistrial with, what is it, Bob?
What?
Mistrial with
Prejudice?
or hung jury, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If they can't bring it back. Yeah, if it's dismissed with prejudice.
If
I
it's
think, yeah.
dismissed with prejudice or not, it depends.
Okay.
If it's just hung jury, I'm just doubting anyone is going to want to do this whole thing again. So they're
think they
either
will.
going to keep sending them back. Like the judge can also you guys need to go back again and figure it out. They can't do that. I mean, if they're still coming back with the same exact situation and they cannot come to an agreement, I don't think anyone is wanting to go through this trial again. So it will be dismissed, hung jury.
The danger is, though, if these guys go into the fourth, if I'm a juror, I look at everybody and I'm like, hey, man, I'm out of here on Thursday, bro. Like, give me an
think they
answer,
will
and
be.
we are out of here by Thursday. I do not want to come back after 4th of July.
I think they will be. They'll have something today, or they'll just be like, we can't decide, and the judge will be like, you've got to. And they'll do that until, I think,
Okay.
Thursday.
Because it's been going on for 2 months. If I'm in that jury, I want to go home.
Right.
Like, I'm all good. I mean,
Right.
well, even though I guess they've been at home technically, but you got to get to these courthouses super early for this stuff. And
Oh, no, it sucks. dude.
yeah, I did it once, never do it again. Everyone that shows up in my mailbox magically disappears. I'll never go back to this again.
My jury duty wasn't so bad.
Oh, did you go, Bum?
I went.
Yeah, it was like easy peasy.
And
Really?
and everyone got dismissed.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the case? Do you know?
One of the cases, I can only find one of the cases because I overheard one of the cases. They didn't even tell us. I just overheard someone talking about it, like an attorney. And it was like some guy, I don't know, beat up his pregnant girlfriend, that type of situation.
That old trope.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are we even doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
A
what?
little slap on the tum-tum.
I don't know the ins and outs of your relationship
Sorry.
unless I can get inside the day-to-day of your relationship. What are we doing here?
Right. I got one word for you guys. It's called context.
There you go.
Right. Sure.
Bingo.
Sure.
Bingo was his name-o. The other thing, too, is if they asked your legal history, Bob, you'd be out of there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, to
There's
be honest.
no way they would let you be on that jury.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Like, it's just both of my parents are lawyers. My mom's like a defense attorney.
Yeah.
Like a PD.
Weren't you like a paralegal for a summer or something?
Yes, I did I was a law clerk for a summer, and then I did like bankruptcy marketing for like a bankruptcy law firm for like a year.
Yeah.
But I don't know
You'd
if
be gone.
that disqualifies you, right?
It does. You know too much about the law.
In some ways, it may qualify you. Just depends on the case.
Maybe the defense would be real juicy, like real excited to have me. They'd be like, "Oh, his
Right.
mom's a public defender."
Yeah,
Like,
he'll be able to exactly. Depends on who picks him.
Yeah.
And what the trial is. But he's done.
Didn't have to do it,
Didn't have to do it. How often do you get?
dude. I'm not gonna get
You're
another
good
one for a while. Probably.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Yeah,
You did your
think you're fine.
duty.
The judge was like-
Allegedly, I got one every single year in Los Angeles. Every single year I lived there. I'm not kidding.
Well, because you didn't go.
I guess.
So I'm just saying, like, when you go,
Yeah.
dude, you're off the list for a while. You did your duty.
Well, I mean, I showed up the first time, and I was there all day, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Sure.
Like, I don't really care.
And I get that.
I don't. It's more of a Don Cheadle sitch for me. You know, remember when he showed up at jury duty and was just like, "I'm a black man who's got problems with the police," and they were like, "Well, on your way, on your way." But as far as this is concerned, here after they went to deliberations, Puffy huddled with his family for 30 minutes, and they did a big group prayer inside the courtroom.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I like
It
that.
is nice. He's just a family man.
Well,
you know what I mean, at heart.
Yeah.
I think, was it the defense called their relationship a modern day love story.
Really? That's nice.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
a modern day love story. Gashes on the face, like
I
freak off.
feel like if I was a juror and I saw Diddy having a big prayer session, I would be like, boy,
Gosh, bud.
there's just no way that's honest, because I don't know if you committed a crime, but I did watch you do the most unchristian thing.
If you are
hours.
leaning into this thing of like, I'm just a freak, you know what I mean? Don't kink shame, then do that, right? But this,
Yep.
I don't think that's the best.
It's not the move.
It's not the move. Like, this is authenticity to the very end now,
Yeah.
right? You've got to be like, yeah, like giving the jury's eyes, like, let's fucking go,
Yeah.
right? Like,
You need to just get on the stand and be
baby
like,
oil, like, you know?
like, yeah, you get on the stand and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a freak.
I'm a
I
freak.
like
Yeah.
the freak. I need
Yeah.
nothing illegal, but I'm a freak. I admit it. It's embarrassing to show to you guys, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then the jury be like, But if he gets up there and he's like, the Lord Jesus lives in my heart, and I know he's innocent, and he's like jacking off while 8 dudes are ramming Cassie
Yeah.
and each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's just like, there's just a gun next to him on the chair. Like, you're like, I don't know how Jesus would feel about this, but it wouldn't be great.
We can take some guesses
Yeah.
about how he'd feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he should have got, you're right. I think he should have gotten the stand. And I think there should have been a Philadelphia moment, only with just like a freak swinger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know what you're all thinking, right? We're all
Yeah.
thinking it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's get it out in the open.
Okay, let's
Right?
talk
Like-
about it, okay?
Polyamory.
Is this
Right?
man a freak? Is he in polyamory? He sure is.
Modern.
Do you wanna
day-
convict this man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Go full
likes to
Denzel.
swing, right? He's bisexual, right? Whatever it is.
Let's talk about swings.
I
You
think-
want to swing as a kid.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pendulum swings. We all swing.
Yeah, yeah,
We've
yeah.
all swung at one point in our lifetimes. This man is
yeah.
innocent.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
That's the
I
only
mean, that's
way.
off the.
But then Diddy's got to sit there in his freakiness.
Yep.
To Bob's point, you got to sit there and you got to be the freak.
Well,
But everybody's.
Did the defense even allude to the fact that he's bisexual? Would they even say it?
They did say swingers. They
I
did
don't
not
think
say,
they did, Bob.
Yeah, they did not say bisexual.
I
They used
think-
they used the term swingers throughout the trial.
I think that was
because
an order
nothing,
from the top.
Yeah, right. But I don't think anything was brought into the trial about that. Like, there was no dude
Oh, there
that
wasn't?
testified that said
Diddy
he
got down
did
with him?
this to me.
Okay.
All the dudes that testified were like, Cassie or whoever, hired me, and then he would watch,
Okay,
right?
all right.
So no one
Okay.
ever, like, we're not bringing in the audio that you guys always play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
those people are staying real quiet, right?
Really quiet.
So that was never brought in, which I guess now, Bob, I'm thinking that's kind of crazy, huh?
Well, the other crazy part is his lawyer did that entire documentary for TMZ and Tubi and all that other stuff. And he was adamant before the trial started that Diddy was going to testify. He goes, I don't think I can keep him off the stand.
I think he fucking should have, dude.
Well, he didn't. He didn't.
And just go straight. Yep, did it.
Yeah.
Yes, I did that.
Did
yeah,
it.
I did that.
Can we go early with the crime corner today? Do you mind?
Oh, sure.
Just hit the button. Thank you.
Woo.
Crime corner. This was also in the New York Post this morning.
Okay.
It was a sicko doctor. NYC doctor admits he filmed himself groping sedated patients and then raping drugged women he met on dating sites.
Okay.
So he's an Asian doctor here out of Queens.
Okay.
Oh, we're going back to back. There he is right there.
It's like an Asian Doogie Howser.
I know, isn't it weird?
Okay.
He's 35, looks like he's 10.
Sure.
Looks like he's 10 years old there. And
So what do we got?
at first, he would drug these women in the hospital. Just kind of play with their titties a little bit. And then things got more graphic, and it
Right.
escalated, and it
Right.
became a problem here. And it was about 7 women at his house, and they're not sure how many at the hospital there. He pleaded the Alfred verdict. What is that?
Oh, Alfred.
Yeah, what is that?
That means that you don't say that you're guilty, but you're just not gonna. What is it, Bob?
Maintains their innocence.
You maintain innocence,
but acknowledges that you have enough evidence to secure a conviction.
right?
Okay.
So it's like saying I'm guilty, but I'm not. But it's a way for people to get out of stuff, like the guy from
Sure.
the staircase. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes. Yeah.
Couple wives fell down the stairs.
Uh-huh. That
Two
happens.
wives, do you know what I mean?
That
Two wives
happens,
fell down
Jesse.
the stairs with the last one been going on forever and ever, and he finally did an Alfred plea,
Okay.
which was like, let me out, but yeah, you have a lot of evidence.
So I guess one chick woke up here, and then she called the police. And then when they raided the house, they found a shit ton of videos of him doing this to other chicks at the house and all this other stuff. So
Okay.
he wanted to watch it later.
Okay.
I guess for his performance, not really sure on that one, If the girls were unconscious, it's like, what do you?
Yeah, if that's your thing.
I guess.
a lot of these sick fuck serial whatever they may be, serial killers, serial rapists. If you don't feel like going out and finding a victim, pop on the vid.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It'll do the trick in a pinch. You know what I mean?
Understandable. Yeah. He's expected to receive a 24-year prison term. That's not a lot. That's not a lot for 9 women.
No.
What the fuck is going on? It's in New York, too.
Because he took the Alfred plea.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's why.
So it's
Right.
basically
You're doing the state a favor.
yeah.
Because
You're like, you don't have to do this trial.
Yeah.
All these people don't have to testify.
They don't have to
I'll
waste
do
time and
24
money.
years. Yeah.
Okay.
There's so many cases, especially in a city like New York, or honestly, even a city like St. Louis or Austin. There's so many cases that they are just over the moon when you cut them some slack.
Oh gosh.
Oh, really?
And they will do you favors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man.
Because they really don't want to go through
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Understandable. It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of hours, a lot of time. And if you can just kind of skate on out of there.
Or skate on in there, whatever you
Whatever.
skate on into jail and just
Or
miss
skate
the-
on out of that courtroom and just say, hey, all right, well, that saved me a shit ton of paperwork.
right. Oh yeah.
He's not guilty. Here we go.
Right.
There we go. And we're good here. So, yeah, dude. Take that plea, I guess. He's young enough. He'll get out at a tender age of fucking 58.
Oof. Yeah. He'll look 35 then.
He
sure
will,
will.
yeah.
He'll be able to rape again.
There is another ridiculous crime corner.
Oh,
Whoa, shit.
crime time, crime all day, crime all night.
Crime corner. God.
Another hot teacher, for
Oh yeah, I think I saw this one. Like what? That's a very good-looking person. What'd
Yeah.
she do?
She banged a 16-year-old
Okay.
and then bragged about it to her coworker. Like, yeah, I got that.
No shit.
And the
Hey.
coworker was like, I'll be telling the police now.
Yeah.
It is a prep school, so
Yeah.
Is it a prep school?
It was.
Here, let's see. Where is it? What
It's
are the
Michigan.
deets?
It's outside.
Michigan.
It's just outside Detroit. Jocelyn Son Roman
Mm-hmm.
of Pontiac, Michigan.
Mm.
Third-degree sexual assault conduct with a 16-year-old.
Oakside Prep Academy.
Yeah. It's a charter school in Waterford Township. It's right outside of Detroit, basically. Yeah. She told another teacher she was banging a student, and the coworker was like, "Welp."
What?
Yes, dude.
Boy, so this is like what prep school they have to pay. Like it's a private.
It's a charter school.
Okay.
So I think that means they don't, but I'm not
They
positive.
don't
okay.
pay. Okay.
Because it's like public-private.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
How old was the dude?
16.
She's what, 24?
26.
Okay.
26, 16. It wasn't him that told anyone. No. Right?
Smart.
It's her.
God. What are we doing?
It's like
We
they
talk about these stories
want to
like
get
every 2
caught.
weeks, yeah.
If the kid isn't coming forward, you're going to tell a coworker? What the
I don't
hell,
get it, dude. I don't get it, man. I mean, it's just insane. Just keep it to
Mary Kay
yourself.
Letourneau just like ruined everyone.
Yeah.
How we like normalize that shit, remember?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
I mean, it's the equivalent of being like, you're just at the water cooler and you're like, yeah, I had a crazy weekend. Yeah, this woman I have locked in my basement, she was just screaming.
Yeah. But like,
Ugh, couldn't sleep.
Holy shit.
yeah.
Keep it inside. Keep it way down
What?
deep inside there,
Again,
lady.
context. Like, what? How did that conversation start? And like, maybe the coworker was like kind of knew and made her.
Coworker was like, he's just such a handsome.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a coworker kind
She's
of
like, yeah, well, I banged him.
I banged
exactly.
him hard.
something where the coworker was maybe like, I don't know, like I know this is crazy, but whoever his name is, he's hot. I'm sorry. He's hot. I know that's crazy. And she's like, I'll do you one better. I don't know. Like, I don't even understand how this,
I boned that young man. You know, how does that work?
conversation happens. But,
Well, the other problem is, too, is that as soon as she tells someone else, you're now culpable.
right.
Yeah.
So then she's like, God damn it.
Yeah, like, what?
Like, now you've told me we're
Yeah.
both fucking teachers here. Great. We were
Shit.
friends. I was going to be cool with whatever I kind of knew but didn't know. But now I know.
What kind of time is this broad looking to serve here?
Third-degree sexual assault, I'll check. Probably, like, not terribly long.
I hope not.
She might not even do jail, to be honest.
Well, look, there's some things we should probably look the other way on, you know?
Yeah.
This is one of them, probably.
You think so?
If he didn't say anything, you know?
There was another one I saw recently.
Clearly
Bob,
he wasn't bothered.
too.
It's max 15.
Max 15 years in prison? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw another one recently too. Good looking white gal.
Oh, yeah. I saw that as well. Yep.
Like, are these the only ones they report on, or is it, like, mostly women doing this? I don't know. I want data.
Yeah, there's way more, but they're ugly.
Yeah, that's what I think. And
But
I think
are
the uggos are
dudes-
hidden, and then the hot ones kind of
But
get
I
the
think
press.
the dudes are too afraid.
Are we dudes
Yeah.
not doing it anymore, right?
Because no one reacts to a dude doing it and is like, well,
Right.
that little juicy 16-year-old wanted a
Or
piece.
is it this? Or is it this? Hear me out. It's always going to happen. It's just back in the day, there was just more dude teachers. At
Yeah.
a certain age, like in high school, do you remember like there was a lot more as far as coaches or anything outside of like English teacher, art.
Right.
It was a lot of dudes.
I think girls are
Around.
grossed out by older guys, too, where it's just like, eh. Whereas for dudes, they're like, yeah, let's fuck the teacher. I think younger girls are grossed out by older guys.
Disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking every girl in my high school was dating somebody in their 20s.
Yeah, and
No
it was,
shit.
It was an epidemic for a while with dude teachers. You know,
Yeah.
you get taken into the office,
but in today's
the gym
world,
coach, the
today's
thing.
world.
We had to implement a kind of max age you could bring to prom, which was 21.
What?
I mean, that may have been specific to your region.
Yeah, Delco, this is fucked up.
We
dude.
didn't have that.
No, I didn't have that either. Jesus.
Bob, did you have that?
Yeah, I was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like, did you have to? What did it have to
Were
be
they
like
checking
announced?
IDs at the door?
Did it have to be like a big thing that they had to say to your class?
Well, first off, I went to an all-guys school. So that wasn't necessarily an issue with anyone bringing a 23-year-old chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That's not happening.
No.
Maybe now, but yeah.
Yeah.
I brought a 21-year-old to soft hop.
So you're molested.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were
didn't you pay-
molested.
didn't you
Wait,
pay
how
her?
old
How
were
old
you
were you?
during,
Yeah, how old were
during
you?
the sock hop
Didn't you
or
pay
whatever?
her?
No, I didn't pay her. I was 16.
But
You were 16, she was 21.
This
was
sounds
she a
like the
stripper?
plot of The Girl
No.
Next Door.
oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was a stripper for some reason.
Okay. So how did you meet this bruiser who's 21?
I just knew her from the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I'd love to go out with a sophomore in high school to a sock hop.
To sophomore dance, yeah.
I will say every
Sophomore
time,
dance.
every time.
That's children.
That is.
That is.
Hey, you were the guy we're talking about.
Show me a sophomore right now. Every time we do a Crime Corner with Delco, it's a producer. Maybe it's because it's like a late night, no one's here. My show's a little bit more easy breezy. We do get a little bit closer to what the
truth.
fuck happened
Yeah.
to Delco.
The truth.
He'll never go there, but you just get little. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You scratch the surface a little bit.
Okay, Chicago, very similar. Somebody in the chat, Caitlin, says Chicago Burbs age limit for high school dances, 21.
And that tracks. So
Yeah,
Chicago, where you're
sure.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
That all tracks.
And probably Bakersfield. You know what I mean? Like, there's a couple places.
Makes it a
Yeah.
real city in my mind.
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Sure, bud. Absolutely. And I hear you. I hear you.
God, dude. I love all of this. I love all of this. Real quick, we've got some sponsors
Yeah.
that put this show on the air. OmahaSteaks.com/Drinkin' Bros. We got our own URL now. Go to the /Drinkin' Bros. Is it up, Bob? I want to make sure that we have our own URL. I was told on the first we were getting it here, and I got
Yeah,
it.
it redirects. So, but it like tracks. You know what I
Okay,
mean? You
great.
use that so they track your stuff so they know you're buying.
We made
Okay.
it. We made it, mama. Huge 4th of July sale. 50% off every single item in the store. And then our listeners get an extra $45 off with the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout. From handcrafted steaks to family grilling favorites, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience for all your 4th of July grilling plans. Enjoy USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, and so much more. And now, during their 4th of July sale, you're getting that 50% off, brother.
So
And an
good.
extra $45 off with the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout. All right, we're cooking out for the 4th.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you grilling? What are you grilling?
I think I'm going to be on the burger station. The burger station. We're going to a yacht rock party
I think that-
because
I think that
we're
tracks.
old.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Jesse.
me,
This mustache is for the
because
4th, by
I'm
the way.
old. But yeah, I
Growing this
think
mustache
I'm
for the
going to be
4th.
on the Smash Burger station this year. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I love those goddamn things. Filet mignon, fan favorites. Just had them the other night at the Great American Steak Off here. You can watch that on Spotify and YouTube right now.
I mean, I will say from that steak off, I think we learned that these steaks are kind of foolproof. Like you can burn them, they're good.
Yeah.
You can slow cook them, they're great.
You can barely defrost them.
you
and
can
they're
barely
still great.
defrost them, great. Like they are.
They're amazing. They're just
They're
incredible.
foolproof. Everyone we had was great because of the meat. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was good.
It's phenomenal. For real. Like the steaks were phenomenal. And then Ben from J&L came in and kicked everybody's ass at the end. But,
He just went, let me show you what's up.
Man, that was good. Love this company. Omaha Steaks been America's original butcher since 1917. Family-owned company. Over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. They're carrying mouth-watering burgers, chicken, pork, seafood, and delectable desserts. Get fired up for the 4th. Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com/Drinkin' Bros for 50% off site-wide during their 4th of July sale. And for an extra $45 off, use the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout. It's 50% off at omahasteaks.com/Drinkin' Bros and an extra $45 off with the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout. Check out their site for all those beautiful details. Ooh. Last but not least, our own. If you're eating meat, gotta have some seltzer with it, some 8%. My God, we're selling out around the country, which is why there's bags under my eyes right now. And we're restocking. Highest order we've ever had. 25,000 cases are being made here in like 7 days, I think. Tall Boys are coming. All that other fun stuff is coming out. And it's crazy out there. So go to the store locator on hardyfseltzer.com. Click on that link. And then obviously enter your city or zip. And it'll take you to the closest location nearest you. HEBs are selling out. Albertsons are selling out. Piggly Wigglies. All that fun stuff. So, yeah, dude.
Be the hero at your 4th of July party. If there's anywhere that it's being sold within, I know drinking bros like to drive.
Dude,
they can drive far.
Delco sold out in 100 cases on a Tuesday, reordered another 100 cases on a Thursday. Store is half the size of this office. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? So we ordered more. He's a Penn State alumni, by the way, Delco, that guy. In Aston Market. Pull up a picture of that place, Bob. Pull up Aston Market there in Delco, or Delaware County. It's a tiny spot, and he was like, what the fuck is going on? I guess he wasn't there the day that they were ordered, and he was unaware that the Penn State logo was on the can, and he goes, oh, shit.
You know this place, Delco?
You know this place, Delco? Oh, my God. There's no way this is the picture you put up.
Delco.
Is this a fucking street view?
Yeah, I know the Aston Market. Or this is Ashton.
Is it just a dude without his leg?
Come on, man.
Walking in?
Is this real, Bob, or did you...
No, it's the street view, dog.
I think this is
a guy
just
with one leg is the fucking street view?
I'm telling you, it's just a normal day.
Yeah, what do you...
Right? Delco?
Yeah.
Are you
like, he didn't even
me?
notice it because he's just like, yeah, what? Like, literally, what's happening?
Shit. I mean, homeboy, is that a peg?
This is my
No,
town.
he has like
That's the crutch in the front.
It's the crutch in the front, and you can see the crutch because the leg isn't there.
There is none.
Oh, there is no leg. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he kind of popped it in there like a peg leg.
No. Nope.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
All right. Jesse, look at that. Oh, my God, that's Delco. Look at this, dude. Holy shit. So
Can I tell you, I think I'd fucking have a great time there.
I'm sure you would. Smoking cigs inside. I bet you
dude.
smoke inside, can't you, Delco?
I'd fucking rule that town.
Probably up until like last year.
For like 24 hours.
Definitely like a McDade
I
bowl.
think get me out of there.
But yeah, this tiny little store, man, 200 cases sold this week.
That's amazing.
And the owner doesn't know what to do because, as you can see, here's the problem with a lot of these stores and why they're selling out. There's not a lot of storage there. So what's he going to do with them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he just keeps ordering. He's just like, what the fuck is going on? Now, the black gentleman with the missing leg.
I think that's just, honestly, that's a Tuesday.
Right. But I don't know if he went in and grabbed a 12-pack or what he did that day. I hope he did. Is that selfish of me?
Yeah, I hope he did too.
Okay.
I hope he enjoys his life.
I want him to have fun. Yeah.
I hope he loved the green apple.
Jesse.
Do you know what I mean?
Stop it. Stop it.
Anyway.
We're going to keep in the crime theme here for you today, okay?
Oh, boy.
Because, well, look, we got a lot of answers. The people need answers on this because not only do we have the Diddy shit and the other shits.
Yeah.
The guy from the Idaho murders.
Yes.
Just pleaded guilty, which I'm shocked by. I thought he wanted to be super famous and do the whole trial and maybe get up, make a speech, Good Will Hunting style or something like that. But now the families are pissed that he's not going to get the death penalty. Can you explain that to the audience, please?
Well, that's what they were going for. That's what they wanted. That to them would be justice. I actually don't understand. Bob and I were talking about it before the show, but like, I don't understand why anyone would offer a plea.
I don't
like,
either.
If both defense and prosecution rested today, he'd be found guilty. Now, I wonder if the death penalty in Idaho is maybe where they got scared off. Sometimes you get worried about the death penalty as far as the jury unanimously deciding when death is on the table. So no matter what, there's going to be somebody, maybe the holdout, even if he's guilty, the holdout in the jury would be someone that doesn't want to put someone to death.
Okay.
Correct, Bob?
It's a higher bar to clear, certainly, but I mean...
I just think he could have cleared it.
Yeah.
I just think they could have cleared it. There's no other evidence. It literally is just a show at this point of all the evidence and torturing the families. I thought the families were like, we're done. Like, let's just get this guy in jail for the rest of his life, right? But they're outraged, so I'm not really sure who pushed for this and why.
He did. So he signed it on his own.
Well, it's the defense.
he-
The defense wants it. Yeah.
He did not want the death penalty.
So another
Right.
thing, the prosecutors probably if they kept going with the trial and all this stuff and blah 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 and convicted him, fine, they can convict him and stuff like that. But he can appeal and he can appeal again and he can appeal again.
If he's on death row?
Yeah, you can. There's a lot of appeals with death row and stuff like that. That's why the death penalty is so expensive. The best argument for getting rid of the death penalty is the sheer amount of money it takes to put someone to death. Like 100 times more than it costs to keep someone in jail for life, because they're allowed to appeal so much because the state's trying to put them to death.
Yeah.
So
I told Jesse it's like 20 years
and the
of like appeals.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he'll be on death row if he was for a long time.
Right. And so now he's not going to be able to appeal or anything like that. It's just done.
Right.
Yeah.
But and some people are saying like, well, it spares the families, but the families are like, fuck
The
this.
families are outraged, so
Yeah.
I guess not every one of them, but
I think there's something to me personally staying in jail for 70 years.
what?
This guy is going to be in there for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
That would be hell on earth to me.
So some of the families
Now this
apparently
guy's a psycho.
some
So
of the
you never know.
some of the families were happy actually.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The Mogan family, Madison Mogan's family,
Yeah.
were like, I just couldn't do a trial. I couldn't sit through this over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
But the Gonclave family, or the Goncalve family, I guess, was like, fuck that, kill this guy. So now, you just go to whatever Idaho prison he's in,
Sure.
fill up someone's commissary,
Yeah.
and say, hey.
He'll probably get married.
Yeah.
Like straight up,
yeah.
he'll have many girlfriends and he'll get married. And
Yep.
He's going to have a bad time in jail.
No, it's not going to be
I
good.
think so. I would think
don't
so.
like that type of shit. Actually, you know what I
And
read?
he's like
Would they
psycho.
isolate him?
And the look, like he just
don't
looks
think so.
like, punchable, fuckable, whatever it
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
He
yeah,
looks
yeah.
very hateable.
Yes.
And they don't like psychos like that.
No.
There's one of the serial killers got murdered in prison, one of the famous ones, right?
Dahmer.
Yeah, was it Dahmer?
Dahmer, yeah.
Yeah.
The guards, I think, turned a little bit of a blind eye with
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think it was a mop or a broom handle or
Yeah,
something
they're
like
not
that.
going to give a fuck. He's going
He's
to get
in
his
the
shit
shower,
pushing.
yeah.
You know what I read? Who's one of the prisoners who were treated the worst in prison, and I didn't know this, but it's heartwarming. Because like pedophiles get
The worst.
The worst.
Yeah,
is
we
like
remember that
that
guy in the show on Drinkin Bros who ripped his face off.
Yeah, and child killers and
Yeah.
stuff like that get it real bad. But you know who else has been getting it bad, apparently, that I didn't know about, but I'm happy about? School shooters.
Really?
Really?
Really bad time in
That's
prison.
great.
Yeah.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
heard
think
that's.
the honor among thieves with kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah,
do you
so
know
do
what
I.
I mean? Like
So do I. You're right, Bob. I just heard about one who got the shit kicked out of him.
that's great.
I think it might have been that Boston bomber kid or something.
No,
no,
wouldn't
he's on
be.
death row, by the way.
And he's also in that one Supermax Colorado prison that
Oh,
the,
he
all
is?
the-
Okay.
that Ted Kaczynski killed
Somebody
himself.
else
Yeah,
done it. Yeah, but I heard about this, and yeah, I love to hear it. Obviously, I'm torn. I think I would rather somebody spend the rest of their life in jail for 7 years and just that living hell
Here's the problem.
every day.
Me and Jesse.
Well,
were-
you guys are parents. Like, well, yeah. What's your answer?
Well,
to this?
here's me and Jesse were talking about this beforehand. Here's the problem, and this is what can't happen, because if this happens, then he wins and he gets what he wants,
Exactly.
which is you can't have podcasts or Dateline going in to interview this guy. He wants to be mind. He wants to be
Which
mind
they
hunter.
will. Yeah.
You know
They
what
will.
I mean?
They will.
That's what he wants. He wants the attention. He wants to be interviewed so people can ask him about, so he can feel special and all this shit. That's what can't happen.
Yeah.
It's
You
weird. I've like never heard him speak. Even have you? No. Like never heard his voice.
This guy? No, I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't
and
heard it yet.
he's a cuckoo bird. So yeah, somebody's gonna go in there. He'll take all the interviews. I hate that they let them do that, but in some ways,
I mean, if you're the warden of that prison,
yep.
never a single interview for that guy.
I agree.
'Cause that's what he
I
wants.
would
Yep.
put that in some kind of
Plea.
Yeah.
It should be in the
put
plea.
it in the plea, and you cannot make any. You can't write a book. You cannot do any interviews whatsoever.
Yep.
And that's it. And we're
'Cause
just
I
gonna
wouldn't wanna hear
all
about it.
forget about you
Yeah.
after this, and this is gonna be your worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
you're just going to be like, oh, that guy, whatever his name is. By the way, we don't even say his name. Idaho murder. You know what I mean? Like, we don't say his actual name. We're like the guy who killed.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's like Cronenberg.
Koberger, isn't it?
Who fucking knows?
Who cares?
I honestly don't care.
Who cares?
For real, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh,
The
yeah.
only people
we shouldn't be saying. By the way.
I really don't care. It's just life in jail to me would be hell on earth, and I would just rather fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I mean, especially when you're that young. Because I was reading about the, who was that black kid? Carmelo Anthony. They're going for life and then potentially the death penalty for that kid.
I hope not. I hope they're not doing that. I don't think they get that.
The death penalty?
Yeah.
They won't, not for that.
Not sure.
No way.
No,
not
that's
sure.
not even a.
That's not a possibility. That's way
No, it'd
too
have
high.
to be like premeditated, and I
Well,
don't think they give
it was. It was premeditated.
Well, they're gonna have to prove that. That's what they're going for, though, to prove it was premeditated. That's a high bar to clear.
Yeah, because
like,
doesn't it sound like a fight that?
like yeah,
right?
like, put it this way: like take out the race and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
If it's just a normal gang killing, even a semi-premeditated one with like we're doing a drive-by tonight. Those guys never get the death penalty.
No.
Those guys never get life in prison. They get a long time in prison.
Right.
But they never, because that's roughly the appropriate sentence, at least as the law lays out.
You have no evidence. There's
Right.
no one that's going to turn. There's going to be no witnesses. You know what I mean? So
It's just that would be that would be the prosecutors taking a really big swing that could really backfire on them because
Got
the guy
it.
already admitted to doing it.
Yes,
Right.
he did. He
So
did.
like, there's no question he's going to jail. That could be problematic.
All right, hang on. So he's facing a first-degree murder charge.
No, there's no first degree murder here. There's murder and there's capital murder.
This is what they're saying.
I know.
This is according to CBS
I
News.
read all those articles. They keep saying first degree murder, but that's not a charge in Texas.
So the media is fake.
Yeah.
Because this is CBS.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is CBS News. Okay. First-degree murder charge. You said it's not real. Has been on house arrest since being released on reduced bond. He is now 18 years old. He will be tried as an adult.
okay.
So, I think they'll take the death penalty off of this thing. And I
I
think
didn't
you're
even
right.
know that was on the table.
It could be. Texas is a weird state, man. So all these states are weird like that. But either way, this kid is probably going to jail for life.
Yeah.
I mean, that is 70 years.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
He'll go to. I think he'll be like a Morgan Freeman in Shawshank situation.
You think he'll get out?
He'll get parole opportunities. He's so young. He'll get parole opportunities.
Probably. I mean, but at what year? You know?
Oh, in his 30s, probably.
Okay.
I would imagine at the earliest.
Rehabilitated.
Yeah, I mean,
He
it's
already
just-
admitted it. So the parole is just like be a good person and be sorry about it.
This would be a fentanyl overdose for me. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even want to go into my 30s. Jesus Christ, man. 17 to, let's say, 35, 38. No way. Because he's at home right now on house arrest.
Right.
I'd have one last party with everybody.
I'd take
one
the
last
death
dinner,
penalty over-
one last night with you.
Right.
And I'd say, let's break the capsule.
Mm-hmm.
Go sleep in the guest room. I'll be dead in an hour.
So parole, if he gets charged with murder, which is he won't get charged with So in Texas, it's capital murder, manslaughter, negligent homicide.
Okay.
Murder is capital murder is like there's just no way he would get that. It's for killing like kids or police officers or like a school
egregious,
shooting. Like a really or murder for hire.
Yeah.
So regular old murder, 5 to 99. With parole possible after 30 years or less is what I'm reading.
Okay,
So,
and I get an interesting one for both of you guys here because it's a fun crime day on the show, and I like that. Crime Corner's huge. Download that everywhere.
I just like to
Spotify
say
in
I'd
particular.
take death penalty over house arrest.
Wait, what? Come on.
If everyone was there in the house,
All the kids.
am I
you
by
would lose your
myself in a
mind.
house?
Yeah, you would lose your mind with the kids all the time. Yeah.
Anyway,
every
go
single
ahead.
second of the day.
Okay, what's the other crime?
So he's saying that there's sources. I'm just gonna use air quotes on sources. That Anthony remained at the scene and told investigators of the Frisco Police Department that he acted in self-defense. So are they going to try that angle? I mean, obviously, right?
His lawyers will, certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, that
as well they should. You got to do what you can.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I was always funny when people get angry about what a defense lawyer is arguing. Like, what do you fucking think this
that's what they get
job
paid
is?
for. Yeah, that's what they get paid for. So.
Yeah, he stayed there until the cops got there, huh? He called the cops?
No, someone else called the cops.
Somebody else called, but he did stay.
And they nabbed him, and he was like, they were like, we're looking for the suspect. And he's like, I'm the dude. He's like, I fucking did it.
Ooh, he's not going to get a lot.
But self-defense, if he's saying
he's
self-defense.
saying self-defense, and there's certain things that'll help him in the fact that he did surrender right away, helpful.
Is there cameras out there?
Yeah, there is actually footage of it.
Okay, good.
I don't know if it's been made public, but I know there is footage of at least the aftermath of the kid's like body being pulled. So yeah, not great. But yeah, there's certain things working in his favor. The fact that he's so young, the fact that he can claim self-defense, and maybe it's a he said type of situation. I don't know if other evidence is going to come out. I know Dan has alluded to it about like bullying or something like that. That could be a big card that gets played.
Right.
So what that all goes back to what I'm saying is if they're going for the death penalty, there's just no fucking way.
Right. So far, so good. They did not say that here. So everybody, it seems like, according to you, has these predictions wrong or even terminology here. If it's not
I don't get all the first degree murder stuff.
I think they're trying to
it makes it more relatable.
appeal to, a broader audience that uses those kind of, right? Is it just Texas that does that?
Everyone's got weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but mostly people know like first degree, right?
Yeah.
But Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Metcalf, touch me and see what happens. And then that's where the knife came, obviously.
Yeah, look, all of this will
He's going
come
to jail.
out.
I can't see another way.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it's that where the evidence sits, it would be hard, I think, to get anything more than like a pretty ho-hum murder charge.
Yeah.
I know. This will still eat up headlines, though, whenever this ends up going to trial. I don't really know what else you need there. There was some witnesses standing by, so obviously they're going to testify.
Yeah.
This is a pretty quick case, in my opinion. It's not going to be a 2-month trial like Diddy, for sure.
No, and I'm sure there may be some kind of deal or what have you. I mean,
how long was Karen Reed?
God.
There was a lot of evidence in that Karen Reed trial in terms of like, trying to figure out who did what, blah, blah, blah.
The last one was 6 weeks, I think, right?
I think this might be.
There was 2, and the last Karen Reed was, I think, 6 weeks.
If they're trying to establish self-defense and they're trying to establish...
It's going to be a lot of evidence and actually a lot of...
A series of, if that is a thing, the bullying aspect, which has been alluded to, I don't know if it's true or not, but if they try to play that card, then they're going to have to pull up a lot of evidence and shit like that to show, and a lot of witnesses to back it up. It's going to be a month probably, I would imagine.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Oh, fuck. Jimmy Swaggart just died? God.
You care about him?
You know what?
What?
Are we allowed to do this?
No.
Hang on. Are we allowed to play his clips on air of him crying? Go to YouTube and type in Jimmy Swaggart crying. This was the first conversation I had with my mom about like what a fucking televangelist was as a child. And I was like, I don't understand why this person's crying and what's going on here.
Yeah.
Channel 5.
This was our Joel Osteen as a kid. I'm gonna fucking really date myself now.
Joel Osteen could never.
There he goes.
I mean, these people were real.
Listen to that music, dude.
I'm loving the music.
That was all of my dad's music back in his little shows on Fox and shit.
As best as I know how.
Yeah, turn this up.
To those that I have wronged, that I have sinned
Sounds like
against.
Jim Jones.
Oh yeah.
First of all, my wife.
Because he was fucking a bunch of chicks. That's why he had to do this.
Oh, okay.
God never gave a man a better helpmate and companion.
Helpmate?
And there she is. She's pissed.
A better helpmate?
Yeah.
And as far as this gospel has been taken through the ether waves to the great cities
Jim
of the
Jones
world.
right now, dude.
Yeah,
Cover
dude.
this
He is
globe. It
people's
would never
temple.
have
Swaggart,
been
brother.
done were it not for her strength, her courage, her consecration to her Redeemer,
Do you believe we still have this shit to this
the
day?
Lord Jesus Christ.
Keep going. This
Her
gets better. This gets better. Keep
concentration
going.
To her Redeemer.
Yeah.
I don't-
I'll get to the like full
Get to the
cry.
crying.
Yeah. We
Thank
need-
you.
Here we go.
There we go. Volume.
Right
His
here.
feet. Who has saved me
Yeah.
and washed me and cleansed me.
Yep. Yep.
You can hear
I
other
have
people crying.
sinned against you, my
No,
Lord.
it's just so sad when you get. It's so sad when
And
someone
I
gets
would
caught.
ask
You know, it
that your precious blood
would have been nice if you could just keep
Look
going.
at this motherfucker,
would
dude.
wash and cleanse every stain until it is in the seas of God's forgetfulness. Get off the stage! Never to be remembered
That
against
wasn't
me
real, was
Yeah, it
it?
was real.
anymore.
Huh?
People are screaming in the back.
Like, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying, get off the stage.
No. But that was the first like on TV crying preacher that I remembered as a kid.
Did
And
he
I'm
cry
like,
all the time or just when he got caught cheating?
no, it was a bunch, man, and then it kind of spilled over into the Bakers. You remember Tammy Faye Baker and Jim Baker, I think his name was. Remember
Yeah.
that? And they were crying all the fucking time, and her mascara was running. And
Again, they
were getting money
crying,
off the TV.
They cried when they got caught as well.
Yes.
So it was, they cry when they get caught, I think.
But he was the most popular one. I'm looking at the deadline thing. Yeah, they're calling him the most popular one of the 20th century. I agree with that. It was on TV all the fucking time in Georgia on local shit, man. And you guys probably didn't have this in California, where I'm pretty sure you're pretty shocked in Texas, where at 10:30 it just hard cuts to a mass like for the next 2 hours.
Oh, like an Osteen
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
It's a little strange for sure.
I like because
That's a
that's
southern
free.
thing.
Yeah,
It wasn't even
I
in St.
didn't-
Louis. Like,
Yeah.
really, it wasn't.
But here's
that
the
was
thing.
not a thing.
It's who pays for that airtime too, is what I wonder.
Them, Jesus. What are you talking about? They
Well, no,
buy
but
it.
is it Osteen?
Yeah, they buy it.
Okay.
They buy it. The people there buy it. They
Yeah.
have,
But this motherfucker lived to 90, man. That's how, when you're rich and you steal, and yeah, you can be 90 years old. It's great.
Sure.
God, it's fucking great.
It's a
dude.
message to all the, all the kids out there.
Yeah. But as a kid, I would see these videos, and you kind of ask your parents, and you're like, what a tough convo,
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Like when I see Osteen pop up, because you and I watch, Meet the Press till like 10:30 on Sundays, and then boom, Osteen's right there. I mean, just a half a second in, and then Osteen pops up, and it's like, me and you were diving for the remote.
I don't know. I like his beginning, joke always.
Oh, does he have one?
Yeah.
Does he have a monologue?
Yes. The whole thing's a monologue, dude. He's fucking preaching. What are you talking about?
Well, he's preaching, but it's not, a monologue about something.
Well, there's no
What was the
dialogue
last
if that's
one?
what you're. I don't remember, but it's always just some fun. And then God said to,
And then God
But
said,
it's like a little joking thing. And, when we say to our wives,
yeah.
we're not going to be home in whatever. And then he turns it into some fun Bible, just getting them into it, And so I'll get sucked in with that little jovial kind of fun preacher joke. And then I drop off.
And then
But
you're gone, yeah.
I like the beginning,
For sure.
I like the beginning of it. He seems fun in the beginning.
He was, and then, it don't fall apart, obviously, but he made a shit ton of money. A lot of people were saying...
fall apart because I think he's doing pretty well.
He's dead.
Still.
He's
No,
dead.
Osteen.
Oh, Osteen's fine. Yes.
Okay,
I
yeah,
thought you
yeah.
meant Swaggart.
That fell
Swaggart
apart.
was rumored to have been the model for Uncle Baby Billy. So
Okay.
pretty clever with the gray hair and the whole thing. And the tears. Shit, I got one of the quotes in my computer. All I need
And the tears.
is an 8-ball and $2 million, Eli. I ain't asking for the world.
It's Tangus.
Big fan. Tangus, man.
Tangus.
I wish they would have made that fucking movie.
They may still.
They might. They might.
They may still.
Want to give a quick update on Boners for Brad. Boners for Brad was a massive one. Holy shit, dude. It was one of my favorite movies I've ever seen in IMAX. It was designed specifically for IMAX. If you do not go see that movie in IMAX, I said on Drinkin' Bros the other day, I'm going to say it to you guys' faces here. That F1 movie is so goddamn fun. I know the runtime is 2 hours and 40 minutes. And you're going to see it and you're like, oh, fuck, man, I'm going to be bored through this. No. They're showing you 10 fucking races. And like then in between, there's like maybe 4 or 5 minutes of dialogue. And then boom, back into another race. My face was torn off. I'm not an F1 fan. I know nothing about the sports. I don't know what all the little buttons do and all the fun stuff and everything else. But god damn it, man. I was wrapped up in it. And I posted on Twitter when I got back, and some listeners were saying, hey, is this our modern day Days of Thunder? And to that, one, I say yes, but two, it's way better than Days of Thunder. Like, the technology now is just so fucking insane. And it's so loud in there that you feel like you're literally on pit row with these fucking guys. And it rocks. Like, hell of a movie. Like, if you're looking for a summer popcorn grip the seat movie, I didn't want to piss. I came home and I was dehydrated because you were like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I didn't want to get water. I didn't want to get anything. I was like, I was stuck.
You and
couldn't get up.
Jax may go again, and then you have a diaper.
I'm going to dipe up this time.
Up, yeah.
Yeah. Get some drinks, dipe up, and then re-go see this thing.
Re-go.
I don't know what else to say. Because the problem is, in the summer, you get all these blockbusters coming out, so they're only in IMAX for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Most of these theaters only have one IMAX screen. They'll give it 2 weeks, and they'll give it to something else. So, like, the new Jurassic fucking Park bullshit, we'll have it in a couple weeks. And I personally think if you don't see it in IMAX, you can wait for TV because it also I could see that it would really do well and translate to TV as well. Where I did not feel that way about Dune.
Right.
When I watched Dune again on television, I was disappointed. Where I was like, oh, well, shit, all the cool shit was on IMAX. Like, I don't really give a fuck about this. But I think this one will hold up forever. Brad Pitt is amazing as always. God damn it, he's good looking. And yeah, it's just a hell of a film, man. Really, really loved it. Director from Top Gun 2.
Oh, well then.
I mean, that guy's
Come
on fire.
on, dude.
I know. Really, really fucking good here. So if you got a chance to see it, highly recommend it. What else is coming out for the 4th? Usually have big summer blockbusters here on the 4th.
I don't know if there should be movies on the 4th.
There
feels like a bad. It's
no. Every weekend.
Who's going to the movies on the 4th?
Every single 4th of July, there's always a huge movie.
All right, dude.
July 4th. I forget what it was. Because I
I
entered late. Let's see. This year.
It's the 5th, really.
Okay. Well,
or no, it's
the 4th is 4th is
Friday.
Friday, yeah. There we go.
I guess maybe you'd go.
Oh, it's Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Shit, sorry. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Then you might want to go now because they're going to slot that thing in there.
If you want to go at all, I don't know.
I have zero interest in seeing the 90th Jurassic Park.
That's also coming out tomorrow.
It is?
Oh, so it's like the week of which makes sense because
it's still 4th of July weekend.
It is
My Brother in Arms.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July week though because like no camps. You can't even go to a camp if you wanted. No school. Nobody's working.
Half days on Thursdays, all that other stuff. Man, that means they're probably going to push that movie out of IMAX soon. Go tonight if you can. I have zero desire to see this fucking Jurassic World movie.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, and I'm sure
the Jurassic
you'll
World thing?
Man, all the other Jurassic Worlds have been awful, so...
The what?
Yeah, but all the other Jurassic Worlds have been, like, truly awful.
You're going to take your kids because your kids like dinosaurs, even though you think
you're
above dinosaurs.
I'll be there.
Mine.
I'll be there.
I know. If his kids like dinosaurs, Jurassic Park is not the one to take into.
They're scary.
They'll then hate dinosaurs and
sure
be
will.
scared to death of them, I think.
Yeah,
but,
Jagger cried. He wanted out of there.
Sure.
He was like, I don't like this at all, Dad.
Yeah.
You had to get him out of there, and then Jack stayed. But
Also Beetlejuice.
yeah,
I was like, really, guys?
Beetlejuice. That did well though. It crushed.
Beetlegeist.
Yeah, it absolutely crushed.
Anyways,
What is Kill the Jockey? I don't know what that is. A Spanish crime drama? Kill the Jockey?
that's going to be in
Hopefully
theaters?
they're killing apparently. And then the Old Guard 2, whatever that is.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sounds like a fun weekend.
doesn't it?
Jurassic Park, Killed the Jockey,
Yeah,
and the Old Guard.
yeah. And that's what we're getting all juiced up for there.
I'm telling you, I don't know. When 4th of July is on a Friday, I don't know how good it's
4th of July
do.
movies crush.
Okay, dude.
I'm telling you. Some families are like, it's too hot for the day. I'm going to go to a matinee and then go to whatever is exploding that night, you know?
It's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah. I know.
Listen, I
I'm
don't
with
know
you.
any of them, but you know a lot. You know, you have a lot more friends than me, so
Sure.
maybe you talk to people that do that kind of fucking weird shit. But
Yeah. No, it's a big weekend. And if you're on it, everybody will kind of move off of it because the numbers are high.
okay.
I'm just telling you.
No, I
right.
believe you.
4th of July movie. What, can you name a big one that you saw over the 4th of July
No.
weekend? I can easily right now pull it up in my mind.
Okay.
Independence Day.
Yeah, you run back Independence Day.
Yes.
You just
Independence
put that
Day,
on
but-
I
theaters.
remember seeing that, and yeah, dude, that kind of set it off for 4th of July weekend.
Obviously not in the
Okay.
moment. I feel like I watched Independence Day in theaters on multiple years because they always re-release it.
Yeah.
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 And then Chestnut, obviously, is back in
Also,
the competition.
Jaws,
Let's
they do that a
go.
lot.
Man, so Jaws, I think, is turning 50.
Already did.
It already did?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. I looked for it because I was like, dude, that'd be a fun one to revisit.
They'll do those like movie
In
on
IMAX?
the water type situations.
I love those, dude. Jesse
yeah.
doesn't like those.
What?
Where there's inner tubes and then you watch Jaws in the water. Have you seen this?
Yeah, but like, are you just like, is part of your body just like wet the whole time?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you're in a pool.
Yeah, it sounds fucking horrible.
No, that's awful.
No, you're on
dude.
like the lake or a river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass.
A lot of those things are really great for like a picture. And then you just get off the tube, get dry, and watch, from wherever. A boat. You
Drink
know
it
what I
on
mean?
a body of water. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that
No, and that's
whatsoever.
great, but not for an entire movie.
Exactly.
But it is such a great picture when they have all the people floating, and they take the great panoramic type of. But yeah, no. Every time I see it, I go, "Gosh, they just sit there and their butts wet and their feet." And, Okay.
Speaking of which, Dan and I had a meeting with the president of Texas State University. They just signed with the Pac-12. Play them in the EA Sports game that's coming out. They get more NIL money for that. One of the facts that they named on the local news last night that I was unaware of. Their student body's huge, which we knew, and everything else. They said the river behind it, though, is like 72 degrees, and it stays at 72 degrees. Can anybody confirm that? And that's why
Yeah.
everybody goes floating down there?
Is that Barton Springs? What is that?
No.
San Marcos.
No, it's in San Marcos. They have a
Is that
river.
the
You just float the
tubing?
river. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is the water that cold?
That's not cold. That's really warm.
72 is nice.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to piss warm? Like what?
So here's the thing. In like the pool in the summers here in Texas, it's like fucking bath water.
It's
so.
the San Marcos River.
Okay. And is that one cooler?
It's 72.
72 is
All right.
very nice.
It
and
is 72
refreshing.
degrees year round.
Especially for
Yeah,
like
there you
a
go.
flowing river. That's pretty.
Jesse, if I put the pool in 72, you'd freak out.
I don't go into the pool.
There's
but
no
yeah,
way.
the kids won't go in if it's under 80.
The fuck is your
6.
water temperature?
72 is great.
They
It's
like-
a hot tub.
I know.
I know.
I know.
I know. But
know.
my kids are stupid.
Yeah, dude. Kids are dumb. They want it.
Kids are dumb.
So
They don't want
is this the
any
tradition? They
any
jump into the
bit
fucking
of
river?
uncomfortableness.
This is when they graduate, they jump into the river on campus.
And that's what it looks.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the river. Yeah.
Okay. That looks nice,
Big
dude.
fan of this. Yeah, we have one at Ohio State that the kids jump into. It's called Mirror Lake, but it's
It's freezing cold, and it's not anything like this. This is gorgeous.
well, no, in the spring it's nice. Now winter graduation, not great, but spring graduation, yeah, that's nice. Is that the actual river? Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
And you've been floating on that thing?
I've done it several times.
Do we get pictures from listeners all the time drinking Hard AF floating down the river? I heard it's a blast.
I've been.
You take a party bus down.
Yeah, and then just tube all day. And booze.
I've been told about this many times. It's daunting to me, but I think if I went with someone, I'd be like, oh, all right.
You go with like a group of 40 people.
You're like, oh, okay, this is cool.
And then how long does it last? How long is the tubing?
Like 4 hours, 4 hours.
Holy shit! Never mind.
You just drink.
And just float and drink
Oh,
in the same position.
If she couldn't do it for Jaws,
You just pee and
On yourself,
drink
yeah.
pee and poop.
I used to do this all the time in Florida too. Jenny Springs. It would be an all-day event.
Is
though.
is there a shorter?
This is short. 4 hours. Is
4
short.
hours is short.
For a float, yeah.
Oh man.
Short when you're 25.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nowadays,
There's got to be
I'm
a shorter
good.
one because my friends that told me about it have kids that they go with, and I'm like,
yeah, there's
dude,
different. You can get off at different points.
All right. Dan's just trying to scare me to not do it. He's like, oh yeah, it's 6 hours. It's awesome.
Oh, I thought 4 hours would be that's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh boy. The last story I want to share today before we get out of here, Japes. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. There's an epidemic going on in New York City. Everyone is pooping in the public pools, and they won't stop doing it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. Who solved this crime? It was Vice. Vice went out there and they said people won't stop pooping in New York City's public pools, and they turned it into a toilet. And there was 203 separate occasions last year as nearly every pool in New York City was pooped in, forcing closures and
By
cutting
a bunch
swimming
of
hours.
people or
203 is a lot.
what?
That's people
Pools.
pooping.
Oh, I thought that was the pools that got shut down.
No, just over and over
Grown
again.
adults or like a code brown where a child has an accident.
Exactly.
So there's only 52 public pools scattered across the 5 boroughs.
Are they that big? Was that the
Hang on.
picture, Bob, at the top? Are they that big?
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's
Some
pooping
of
in
them
there.
are. Now,
if there's kids in there, if there's
here's where the
there's gonna be
real
poop.
journalism comes in, which is why I saved this for last. Okay, according to Vice, we're talking full-on fecal events in that city, which is categorized like the Pentagon's DEFCON levels. A solid turd is a level 1 incident. So if somebody screams out it's a level 1 on the walkies, that's a solid turd.
That
and
means
they-
you can scoop it,
I
filter
think,
it.
and kind of get it out
if
of there.
there is any type of watery
Yeah. Now,
evacuation.
here's the beauty of Vice here, because the next sentence is, when someone drops a nuke in the pool in the form of diarrhea,
Yeah.
that's a level 2. So report that to your supervisor, okay?
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's more bacteria type. You can't. Do you know what I mean? It's liquid and in liquid, hard to get that all out.
A current Braves coach, former Braves shortstop, his kid almost died from pool diarrhea.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was when he was playing for the Braves. Walt Weiss's kid.
Oh,
he was
shit.
He was in a
Oakland A's,
a
too.
wave pool,
Okay.
and someone read in the pool, and his kid got really fucking sick and was in critical condition. And
Yeah,
all that
because he
shit.
fucking drank diarrhea, dude.
God damn, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, the reporter did break this down for us, okay? There weren't as many level 2s, which is diarrhea.
Okay.
So that came in at 19, compared to level 1s, which is a solid turd. And out of the 204, it was 189 of those was a solid turd. So
Okay, so that was just a scoop and throw,
that's what I think.
a scoop and go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
just kind of let's not tell anybody about this. Let's throw this in
Exactly.
the woods and kind of move on with our day.
Exactly.
Not evac the whole pool, I think.
Yeah, because you cannot do that many times. I don't think, especially public pool in New York.
Yeah.
They're probably getting shut down left and right. So yeah,
One would imagine. Mm-hmm. One would imagine.
and if you have to drain it, the whole thing, or
Caddyshack
maybe you just close it and chemically fucking shock it, which makes it even crazier. But yeah,
It sure does. All I'm saying is if you're out there, just make sure it's a level 1.
Right.
All right, that it's probably not going to shut down the pool, and then
And
you
maybe
kinda,
scoop and throw yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, depending upon the weight of it.
Don't even let it get to any level. Boom, 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 boom.
Depending
Throw it
on
to
the
the
weight
side.
of it, So yeah. Guys, we're giving you the hard hitting stories here today. All right, we're not just
Cup it
podcast
and duck it.
hosts.
You know what I mean? Cup it, duck it.
That's it. Boom. Cup
Level
it.
zero.
Level,
you know?
Yeah, it's a level 0 there. You know. So, but also if the pool is this big, let's say you're down in the deep end there in a wave pool.
I say just go.
Yeah, you're probably not getting out.
I just say go real
And let
quick.
that kind of let that level 1 drift to shore. Find its own way home. Crime Corner's coming out tomorrow. Who you got? Who you got on the show?
The Lonely Heart Killers.
Ooh.
Yes, a couple. It's a little bit of an older case. I mean, it's the 80s, but I think because it's, foreign, it seems a lot older.
Sure.
But back in the day when they would use take out newspaper ads,
Yeah.
looking for
Yeah.
man looking for single rich lady to murder or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Single lady with some kind of inheritance to murder.
Beautiful.
Life insurance, whatever.
Let's
so
go.
yeah, it's fun. They got this ended up being a couple because he picked up he picked up a partner along the way that was down for the cause.
Yeah.
And they got a couple under their belt for sure.
Let's go.
Yep.
Go to Spotify. There's video up there. There's video of all the shows on the network up on Spotify.
That'll be tomorrow. 8
Rate
o'clock.
the show a 5-star and then go to iTunes and rate the show a 5-star and leave a quick review. Would love to stop asking that at the end of the show. But it really is all the advertisers care about. All right? We appreciate you tuning in. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the J-Bulls, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.